On this episode of Chicago Beer Pass, Nick and I check out some of the black is beautiful beers that the breweries in Chicago are brewing. Here we are, hitting up events, drinking our way through Chicago beer, and trying not to miss a thing.
Yeah, because, the cork popped out, it flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
All you have to do is add some fruit, stir it up, and ride that milkshake wave.
Whenever I see him, I gotta take a photo with the most decorated brewer in Chicago, Jonathan Cutler.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. Every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Sometimes you want a small beer, but really, you want a big beer.
You gotta take in all those big aromatic hops.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Waiting in line for a bottle release?
Should have never been a fad. The black IPA is delicious.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
And we're getting beautiful.
Oh, man.
Up in here.
Black is beautiful, man. We got like 5 different ones here, man. And this isn't even...
Six,
oh,
right?
shit, you're right. 6.
Well, we took the week off, or not off, like we were at home.
Yeah.
And now we're coming back hard.
I mean, and this could have been 7 had we brought the Rev one.
No,
But-
we got the Rev one.
Oh, is this the Rev one?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay.
So what? Oh, yeah. So we're going to dive into, if you're listening instead of watching, because we got that video going, we got 6 Chicagoland Black is Beautiful variations, right? Or
No.
releases? I don't know.
Releases, I like
Yeah.
that.
So we got Revolution, Noon Whistle, Goose Island, Foreign Exchange, Three Floyds, and Salmoth.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, so Chicagoland, we got some burb action. We got some in crowler, some in bottles. I think we have a nice spread here, Brad.
Yeah, Goose Island came in the crawler. They're not releasing cans. Probably it's just easier and more, probably not as expensive to just put the crawlers out. Like, run through the lines of the tall boy thing. Cans probably takes more work.
Do we
Where do we start then? Well, we started, right? We started with the crawler because we got the most of it.
Yeah.
And they all range in percentages and I guess I don't want to say styles, but takes on it. The Goose Island one we're drinking is an Imperial Stout, but it's a 5.2% Imperial Stout with almonds and oranges.
It doesn't seem right, does it? A 5% Imperial Stout?
Doesn't seem Imperial enough,
Right.
right? Just like, yeah. This is an American Imperial.
Oh.
Come on. You hear Imperial, you would think at least.
On the IPA side, if you hear Imperial, it means, it means more than 5%.
Right. So
Yeah.
this is really just a stout. And the Floyd's is 7.5 oatmeal stout.
But we could be wrong. I mean, who knows? Because, there is a, American Pipe Works one time made a white stout.
Right.
And they were like, we found some text in the 1800s that said a stout doesn't have to be dark in color.
Interesting.
So we made
Okay.
a white stout, they made like a, who drank their White Russians? Oh, the Big Lebowski. They made like a Big Lebowski inspired white stout.
Oh, yeah. White Russian, yeah. So we did a video with the Revolution one already. I don't know if I put it out or not. You had some things to say about the labels.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Do you feel the same way, or have anything changed?
From what I gathered, this is the text that came from Weathered Souls.
Okay.
So everybody who's adopting, who opted into the program, are literally just taking the labels and applying whatever text was on the original label.
And Weathersill is a black-owned
That's
brewery
that's my understanding.
from Texas.
From San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my understanding.
Okay.
So, I mean, from that standpoint, it's like, well, it's not. At the time of the video, my thought was, well, this is the interpretation of the brewery. Well, in that case, Rev. I'm like, why is Rev wording this way? This makes no sense to me.
Right, and
So.
Nick, you had a problem with that. It said, brewed to support justice and equality for people of color.
Right.
When the beer is black is beautiful, you felt like it should just be equality for
Black people. What's wrong with it being for black people? It's in response to a black issue,
Yeah.
right? So it's and the name of the beer. So the side of the beer should match the name of the beer. I didn't understand that.
Right.
So, I mean, I still don't understand it, but but now I know. Well, I guess I understand a little bit more. I understand that it wasn't Rev that made that call.
Okay.
That's just how it came. if you opted into making the beer.
Okay.
So
And then the other odd part about or the questionable part about the label is there is or are versions that have black in quotes. So our Solemn Oath version has the black is black and beautiful in quotes.
so what does that mean? Right. So the rest of them do not. Solemn Oath does.
Right. So this is it meaning the beer doesn't have to be black, or is it referring to just the people of color, like that?
I'd like more clarity on the quotes.
The quotes are a weird one.
It's kind of weird.
It's like
It's like, what are you using quotes for? I mean, and out of the spread here, they're the only ones in quotes.
yeah.
It's fucking Naperville. What's going on here?
And Solemn Oath, who was using that label, they changed the label the most, so did Foreign Exchange. They have a bigger part, and they mention that theirs is going to my block, my hood, my city, and
Yeah.
so they have a little more like info on their can.
I do like that because when you look at these, they're the only ones that mention that, right? They're the only ones that mention the cause.
I believe I thought Rev said on it too. No, maybe just their website said it. So.
Yeah, I mean, you've any of their feeds will tell you who their nonprofit partner is. You know, I think it's important to note that what led us down this rabbit hole was we tried the Rev one.
Yes.
And I think, I don't know, what do we say? I think part of me kind of wanted it to just be Cafe D, right? I mean, but you know, I'm kind of a jerk. Like, just put fucking Death Star in there and keep on trucking. Because we believe in Rev so much as far as like delivering on fucking stouts.
I think I'll open that one up now.
So we had the Rev one, and it was a very raw approach. And then, you know, so we're just like, well, shit. There is a recipe from Weather Souls that they offer along with the label that everyone could use, or they could do their own version. Mm-hmm. So then we saw that Rev did an oatmeal stout and didn't follow the version. We're like, well, shit, what is everyone else doing? And I think that's what led us to this.
And so it seems like everyone is doing kind of their own take on it.
Yeah, I don't know if any of these are the actual like recipe.
Right, because like we said, the Goose one has almonds and oranges. The The Foreign Exchange one it's an oatmeal stout with coffee, cocoa nibs, and cinnamon. The Noon Whistle doesn't say; it just says Imperial Stout. So,
It doesn't matter what's in our Imperial Stout.
so then it's like
Just know that it's 10%.
yeah, 10%. Yeah, Solemn Oath. Oh, they got the alcohol on the side, 8.5.
What I tell you, man, I did listen to the Zoom because they had a Zoom for
Red.
Rev had a Zoom that got hacked. The shit was too funny. There's like all kinds of like, you know, there's Asian girls in tank tops dancing, and there's all kind of like, you know, techno music going. Like,
Did they make the Zoom link public?
they made the Zoom link
Oh,
public.
you can't do that. You can't make those Zoom links public.
So that they stopped the call and restarted it, but that was great. I've heard of Zooms being hacked. I never saw it. It was great.
I had one. It was not, yeah.
So it was what? Rye, the berry one, and the Black is Beautiful beer. And so they kind of, you know, Marty and it was Seaback and Jim Seaback. They kind of talked about how, you know, Rev's thing is balanced beers, but then from a schedule standpoint, they never just make a stout. Mm-hmm. You know, just an unadulterated traditional stout.
Yeah, I guess they have Eugene Porter, which is yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, man, you know, we're stepping away from blending, we're stepping away from barrels. You know, we just want to smell grains and booze, and you know, just have it just be an honest stout. We want to taste some hops in it. We just want that presentation because we never make that.
Okay.
So I understood it a little more after hearing that. As I tell you, I think one time I was throwing a party, and I stopped by Five Rabbit to pick up like, you know, a sixth or something. Mm-hmm. And they were making beer for Ale Syndicate at the time. And they were so excited to be making this IPA for Ale Syndicate. And I'm like, why are you so excited? He's like, cause every fucking beer we make's got guava and peppercorns and all this weird ass shit in it. So
Just get to make a beer here.
Exactly. So when this came on their table, they were like, yo, let's just make a beer. So I got that they're excited just to make a beer.
Cool.
So that made sense when I heard that.
And the Rev one is tasty. If you want to know our opinions about it and our thoughts, and we went over it a lot more on another video that should be on the YouTube channel. So it's nice. The Goose one is like the perfect one to start because it's a low ABV stout. It's almost refreshing. It just kind of like sets the mood.
Yeah, and it's weird to call stouts refreshing, but when you look at it, a cola's dark.
Yeah.
They're refreshing. So,
So is cola the non-alcoholic stout?
yeah. Yeah, the Goose one. I'm still waiting to get more of those adjuncts in it. But,
Yeah, I don't really pick off that almond.
But I do get orange if I get my nose in there. I get my beak in there, and I got some orange for sure.
But there are a lot of variations out there. We talked about trying to get as many as we could, and this was kind of just our brief limit of what we could do. But we talked about Liquid Love has one, Midwest Coast has one.
I think they're over 30.
Over 30.
Like in the region. Yeah. So, and that was cool. And then the Solid Oath one. I want to try this foreign exchange one.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's the only one with coffee. I want to try the Cheers 2-3 Floyds, man. They got theirs in the medicine bottle, a la fucking Red Stripe.
Yeah.
That's kind of their thing on
Yeah,
some of their
man.
releases. I like that.
So yeah, the foreign exchange one is coffee, cocoa nibs, Saigon cinnamon.
The Phase 3 Boys had a Saigon Cinnamon in one of their releases recently. One of their, what's their big stout? The one that the comments are gold because no one can
not
fucking.
henna.
No, that's more. They put it curvature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It smells spicy. The
Yeah.
Rev one smells boozy. This one smells kind of spicy. This is kind of almost a beer pass after dark, more so than like our normal show, because we're just like tasting and talking about these beers a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Big dark espresso notes.
wow, that one, that's thick, almost along like a breakfast beer, a little more.
Yeah.
That's fun, but I don't want a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very dense. It's good. It's very dense and very, very not roasted, but it is very bitter. Not in necessarily roasted bitterness.
Oh, that's cool. We had the foreign
great.
exchange guy on.
Oh yeah, Ricky Cervantes,
Yeah, we talked about his little the cat beer,
Kitty Wampus.
and they got their brewery opening in Aurora.
Yeah, the nerds like his stuff. I happened to tag along with some guys that were getting his beer, and I had never heard of it, and they were just grabbing it. So I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll grab some. And I'm like, huh?
Was this one hard to get then?
No, you can walk right in. There's some spaces like Garfield Liquors and what do you call it? Oh, Wicker Park. They actually have two on Milwaukee.
Oh, really?
One is across from Cheval or Small Cheval or wherever that is, and then the other one's further down near Emporium.
Right.
But they're like fucking 4-5 blocks away. Two of them. But you could roll right. They have glassware. You could roll in there and get that.
Oh, nice. Okay. I should. It's right by my house. I should check that out.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't go into many places these days. So.
No. I'll go. I might go pick up a bottle, but actually, the liquor store is the only place I'm kind of comfortable going.
Okay.
Yeah, people kind of leave you alone in there. You do have to walk away from people because people will just hang out in the row you're in.
Oh.
But
There's a little bit of I know we should have social distancing, but I also need the thing. I want to see what the thing is by you. So it's like.
yeah, and if you live by yourself, you live by yourself, you kind of don't mind sharing a row with somebody. I'm like, bruh, go, leave me be.
I'm gonna open this Noon Whistle one.
Yeah, man.
Because I took a trip out there yesterday because these on the table here, Nick's got some 4-packs of two of their latest haze releases.
Yeah, man, the Cubby Gummy and the Gumski.
Yeah. So
Gumski, oh my God.
they're both, baseball themed.
Yeah, man.
And with baseball back for the time being,
Let's keep those cases down, fellas.
I figured I wanted to I wanted to pick these up because they look awesome. They're super fun and
Yeah.
make for good photos. And I like their stuff. I always like their stuff. The gummy series is great, and their pickup and process is super smooth. They have basically a lane you drive into, and you can just park your car. I think you can call, but they'll just come out and be like, "What's your name?"
Yeah.
Come out, pop your trunk,
Right on.
they drop it in. So I grabbed those beers and a 4-pack of the Black is Beautiful, and yeah, it is. What was this? 10%. Yeah, it's we're gonna be nice and toasty here. Oh wait, that was not. That's the Rev one. Is this one 10% too? Yeah, 10%. I don't know.
Kind of muted on the nose.
Whoa, that one's super sweet. What?
Yeah.
What's in it? It's like cherry. Berry?
There is something tart happening, and almost like tart, like Pez candy tart. Like, I don't understand that. What are they doing there?
I don't know. I might have to look this one up because it doesn't taste tart like it's infected.
It kind of, and then it's tart. It sits in the middle of my tongue, and it kind of puckers the sides of my mouth.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, especially compared to these other ones. Like, I don't understand what's going on there.
Yeah, it could be, we're coming off. We're just drinking the cinnamon one, so maybe we're a little jaded there, but
It's a sharp left, though, for sure.
yeah. And I wasn't warned. Like, you gotta warn a guy on your label just says stout. I expect roast and dark.
All the stuff, all the
You
all the
come
stout
at me
things.
with like a sweet kiss
They're
here.
like, no, here you
I
go.
don't know. But it's got a little more
Hey,
like
we'll
of
do some-
like a ruby kind of color going on.
That's a fact. The head isn't it doesn't have that chocolate milk color that the other ones have. It's got a hue. It's got a tint. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, but I did like their process, and driving out there, I don't know, leaving your house to go get beer seems like more exciting than it actually ends up being these days. You're like, I'm going to go somewhere and get something.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I just left and got beer. I don't know, it's like, it's great, but also a letdown at the same time.
Yeah.
Because always when I would go to get new beer, if it was Noon Whistle, I would have a beer there and get to see what's happening a little bit and like get the vibe. But now it's like, I didn't leave my car for 2 hours. I drove there and drove back, and then I got out. And so,
Like sad trombone, huh?
yeah, so that's like, I don't know. It's good and bad that you can get these curbside pickups and stuff, and it's fun to try these beers and support these breweries, but it's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucks. And I wonder what and then I think we were talking in the pre-show about how some of these bars, well, taverns, if you don't have food, they're not allowed to be open, it sounds like. And then I think you can have curbside. Not curbside, but you can have like
To go cocktails.
yeah, and outdoor seating, right? I'm kind of
Yeah.
confused on what the official stance is.
So there are no indoor booze sales, but if you can do to-go cocktails, and if you have an outdoor space, you can be open for that. So something like I was saying, Violet Hour, they have like 4 seats set up outside their place because that they don't really have any outdoor space. So that's cool. That's not the vibe of that place. These old man taverns, they're usually gross and dingy, sitting like at a card table in front. That's like what, drinking your old style? I don't know. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or your or your Kolsch, or some some classic German offering, just hanging out front.
yeah. And you often went to the bars to watch sports. A lot of people did, right?
Yeah.
So I think shutting it down as baseball came back was maybe a smart call, but it also was like, well, if I have to sit outside, I want to watch this game. Or people are like, so what? People have TVs, or has everyone got their phones out on their table?
It's rough out here, man.
But if you have food, you can be open for indoor service
Yeah.
at 25%, I think.
And then taverns feel slighted by this because the thought is, if you serve food, you can be open. And the reality is, if you're gonna just have a ton of drink specials and show the game on TV and effectively behave as a bar, which isn't fair to actual bars because they're closed completely, right? So yeah, for all the reasons you just said, like yeah, if the game's on and there's 10 people can be in here and we're gonna go there and really just gonna have drinks, for,
Right.
you know,
There's no, you have to get food. There's the bar serves food, or the
You're-
restaurant serves
yeah,
food.
you're kind of setting it up so that these, you know, it's been described as the death of tavern culture, you know, and you're kind of setting up bars that serve food to just be de facto bars, and you're leaving bars out of it.
Yeah.
You know, meanwhile, you know, porn stars.
What? That's,
I don't. This is what happens on the Stout Show, but you know, I think like nothing else is affected this way. Like no other stores, you know, are affected this way, where they're just completely closed.
yeah.
You know,
I do see a lot of stores have 4 people rules inside of them, and they usually have like a table set blocking the door, so people can't just walk in. So I have seen that. I haven't gone into any of them, but I've seen that.
it's gotta be tough to manage though. I mean, because like you're not going to these other places to use a bathroom like you would if you're hanging out drinking.
Right.
You're almost guaranteed to go to use the bathroom. Everybody in that joint.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are you gonna do? But yeah, if people are serving, like if you're a tavern and you shouldn't be just completely closed if you're taking the steps to
If
make
you're-
things safe.
If you're taking the steps, you know, we've seen places like Chmielewski. Every photo you see, they have masks and face shields on and gloves, so they're doing it right. But I guarantee some of these dive bars are not doing it right. They were like breaking the smoking rules for like almost a year, right? What, that place, Richards?
Oh yeah,
They had like a fund that people would like, hey, throw a couple bucks in here and you can keep smoking.
yeah.
And when we get fined, we use that and we keep going. I was like, that's the attitude of these bars. So
He's not wrong. That's very true.
they're gonna have you. We tested for corona. Still come in if you want.
Yeah.
Like, that'll be like.
Then do we have a bottle opener for the Floyd's one?
I can get one.
I don't. Hey, I got a key.
Yeah. All right. Then I'll open the Salamoth one. Nick finds his key. Salamoth 8.5% stout.
Key doesn't.
Oh, it does?
open it. No.
All right, I'll get a bottle opener. Tell people about the Salamoth one.
All right. They're the only ones that put the nonprofit on the can, like we were saying earlier, and it's got Chicago stars on it, which is pretty cool too. I was watching, while Brad comes back with the bottle opener, I was watching Paul McCartney on Lollapalooza last night, and they came out with the Illinois flag, British flag, and an American flag, but no Chicago flag during the Paul McCartney show. I'm like, repping the great state of Illinois, huh? Because I was looking at the 4 stars on the...
Oh, and for the My Block, My Hood,
Yeah.
My City. Yeah. Oh, that's a good organization. I donated, and I have a hat from them.
Oh, right on.
Too. So, yeah, I'm doing always a lot of fun stuff. But you already had this, right?
No.
Salamoth one? No.
Oh, yeah. I did have Salamoth one. It's solid. It's just hitting classic stout notes. It's 8.5%.
Yeah. This feels like maybe the closest to what that recipe might be.
Yeah. Because, you know, that's how you want your stout, right? You want some chocolate. I want some bitterness, right? Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily want either one in abundance. Just kind of want them both in step. This is delivering on that.
Produced and canned by. These other ones say like brewed to support.
Nice.
Huh. Okay. I don't know. That one's nice. It's a nice departure that's just kind of, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It's good, and it's a stout. It's 8.5% stout.
Still, that noon whistle one is throwing me off here.
A little bit. A little bit.
But it feels good to be drinking like local beer here because last week you were cheating.
Man,
Pizza Port.
Pizza Port, Carlsbad, California. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I'm like, I've never even said the name Pizza Port since we've done the show.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just something. So I like, man, that's right. I remember them. Yeah, it was weird.
Sweet.
But it was either that in the fridge. It was either that or get Rosa again.
No, okay.
I'm just like, man, there's still Rosa in this joint. I'm like, I don't want a Rosa.
Yeah, that's what happens with Rosa. Did you see that Rev had that fridge deal they were doing? I think.
Yeah.
What's his name? Zoller. He got it.
Josh Riley came up for that. Not for that. I think but while he was up, he got that.
So you basically got a case of what's the green one? Ride to Die.
Ghost Ride.
Ghost Ride.
Rough Riders, Ride or Die.
Yeah.
No.
And the bottom up wit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a case of that as a fridge filler for $20.
You get $20. We'll get you
2 cases.
So that's 48 beers? Is that right?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a
deal of the century right there, bud.
we got too much of the shit because there's no bars open.
Yeah.
Sell it.
I think on the Zoom they were saying how I think Ghost Ride's gonna get discontinued.
Okay.
And I imagine Bottom Up Wit's doing the same. And then they're repackaging the Heroes. Oh, and then Superstructure's coming back. Base and Superstructure, the collab with, we had it at Oak Park.
Oh, the one that I thought was called something else.
Yeah,
right?
because it's got a very odd font.
Yeah.
Yeah. The collab with Hot Butcher is coming back. But yeah, they were saying that they were discontinuing those. Because, I mean, they're good beers. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if, like, there's a certain crowd. Like, for me, like, I think Kolsch's are just very perfumey, for lack of a better word. It's low ABV, light body, but it's very bold in, like, aromatics in a way that I don't care for. But some people will crush them, you know.
Yeah. And the bottom of wit is just like classic. So it's kind of sad to see that go. I probably had Ghost Rider once, but bottom of wit would be like almost like a safe bet. I'd be like, yeah, just give me that and I'll be happy.
Yeah. So, man, but that's a deal right there.
$20
And then you say
48 beers.
those beers will be good for like a whole calendar year.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I would have been in big trouble if I would have came
who's
back.
got room in their fridge for 48 beers?
Yeah.
Even if you just had a beer fridge, you probably ain't got room for 50 fucking beers.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess if I would have been thinking post Rona, like you're gonna have like a house party or some sort of party. Let's just like get ready for this, because even if it's next summer, these beers are, they're maybe out of date. People coming to your party, they don't care.
True. There you go. We're not.
Man,
We're
I
not.
should have got on this. Can I still get it?
I mean, I'm sure you can still get
Is
on
it
it.
too late? I'd be getting so much trouble if Maeve found out that I bought 48
Like,
beers.
what's this? I'm like, huh?
Why is there so much beer? Sale? Groupon?
Man, you wouldn't believe this Groupon. I opened his email and I'm like, I got to do this.
Oh, yeah. All right, so the Floyd's one is hoppy.
Oh,
It is
shock. Surprise, surprise. So what's Floyd's? Oatmeal Stout?
This is a hoppy oatmeal.
Dude. Yeah, this is
This is black IPA.
this is a black IPA. Right away. As soon as before you take a sip. This says Oatmeal Stout on it?
Yeah, this is a black IPA with oatmeal in it.
Sure thing, pal. Oatmeal
They were
Stout,
probably eating oatmeal while they were making this black IPA.
It's fucking Alpha Claus right here, bud.
Yeah, is it? I haven't met out. I don't know. That's nice.
Yeah, that's fun. I'm glad they did that.
I don't know if I could rank these. I'd put Noon Whistle at like towards the bottom because it was the oddball, but
Maybe it's just that one.
yeah. But they're all different. So there's not like, oh, this is a better stout.
Yeah, the way the orange comes out at a goose one is pretty fun. I like that. I like the Solemn Oath one and the Rev one just for just being, just honest, straight up stouts. I dig that. And yeah, like you said, the rest of them are just different.
And the cinnamon foreign exchange one.
I get mostly kind of how you just get the orange on the goose one. I get mostly the coffee on this on the foreign exchange one.
I get that spicy cinnamon.
Yeah.
And it like bugs me a little bit. Like makes you want to like cough, sort of like not choking, just kind of like tickling your throat. But I don't know. That's fun. It's a great project that everyone's doing or supporting right now.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, it either becomes an ongoing thing or there's like another variation of it that people do.
Yeah. So, Weathered Souls. It looks like the rules are you donate 100% of the proceeds to a local foundation of your choice that supports either police brutality reform or legal defenses for those who've been wronged. So you choose the entity, and then you commit to the long-term work of equality. That is the ask from Weathered Souls.
Okay.
And there is a base recipe, like we said, and a label design. But see, on their label design, there's no quotations. There is the people of color thing, but there's no quotes around black. At the blackisbeautiful.beer website, that doesn't exist. So what is Solemn Oath doing? That's weird.
Oh yeah, what's up with these quotes? That's just odd. I don't know.
Download the graphics.
All right. Let's look at those graphics, see what they look like. Release our own version. We'll just blend all the beers together.
It's a cuvee dedicated to equality. All right, 16 ounce. Here we go. Yeah, see, look.
Oh yeah, there's no quotes. Where'd these quotes come from? Interesting. It's fun. All right, so if you see this out there, pick it up. If you see another one, pick it up because it's not the same beer. That's, I think when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I would love to see what people are doing or support them, but I don't want to drink the same beer.
No.
I'll have it once, maybe twice, but I don't need it. Yeah, but knowing that pretty much they're all different is great, especially in like a great beer city like ours. But maybe if you're in somewhere like, I don't know, South Dakota, they might just be running the same recipe.
There's all Ford breweries up
Yeah,
there.
they're probably not even doing it. They're like, I don't know.
We're not even selling that much beer. Can't make this beer.
So yeah, really awesome project. Pick them up if you see them. Yeah, and support the causes too that they're donating to as well.
Yeah, hopefully it leads to that, right? Because, buying beer is one thing, but then maybe just going directly to those groups and then doing what you said, just supporting the group directly.
Yeah, I think that's what I did with Hopewell. They were donating money to somebody. I was like, I'll donate also. Like, I want to try the beer, but I don't. Let's do that too. So
Yeah.
I'm sure most of them have links to the causes there as well. So check that out. Well, cool. Well, anything else happening in Chicago beer that people need to know about?
I'm a little zany off all these heavy beers, man. No, we talked about indoor bar service without food being banned. We talked about that.
At the openings, there's that sketchbook opening, the pre-party tonight that we're recording this.
Are we going?
Well, our buddy Sean Curry offered a private viewing.
Ooh,
So we're not going to the party,
I like private viewings.
but we may do a private meeting.
Go see what's up, man. I like to hang out.
So yeah,
You know.
so we may do that. I want to see their space, pick up some beer, see what he's up to, say hi. I still have. We need to jump into that lamplight.
Oh, light the lamp.
Light the lamp.
You got that?
I got one of those.
Okay.
So it's another one of those like 10%, 13% stouts.
Oh shit.
that I don't need to have by myself at home. So
Oh man.
I don't know. This we're getting loopy on these shows. We got all those Rev beers we're drinking all the time.
Yeah. This is right up there with what was it? The Phase 3 one. We did a Phase 3 one and a Hot Butcher one.
Yeah, for our After Darks.
The Phase 3 one was a little gluttonous, I think. You know, there's like fucking 12 of these things.
Right.
They barely all fit in the picture. You know.
6 is a good picture size.
Yeah. Yeah, the pic looks cool. We gotta get that up.
Well, cool. So you got what else you got going on? You got the neat pour happening. every week?
Yeah, knee pour every week. I think this week we're doing Blickers,
Nice.
which is a Jim Beam product, like 6-7 year Jim Beam offering. I think last week we did a blind tasting of rye whiskeys, which was one of them was $180 rye, and so we're like, what pairs with that? We're like, get the $20 rye and see how they stack up.
Oh, how did?
And then that turned into doing 4 blind.
Oh.
You did the 180-year-old one. Fuck. The $180 one.
Yeah.
Is 11 years old. So in a blind lineup where most ryes, rye's gonna ferment a little faster, mature faster. So most ryes are 3 to 6 years.
Okay.
Oh, but you could tell just the complexity of flavors on this one.
On the
It
one.
kind of stood out. It just had a lot more moves, even when you smell
I'm
it.
sure you guys talked about it. Was it worth 120?
There's something to be said about special occasion stuff, But I think a rye at 180, even for a special occasion offering, isn't something.
Okay.
But that was the whole point in getting it, to kind of shine a light on these other ones. Because the one I liked was which was Michter's, which is a $40 bottle.
Okay.
So,
We talk about the same thing here, where, Goose Crawler was $10,
Yeah.
but I think Revolution 4-pack was $20. So, kind of what do you want? Where's your price point? I'm sure Floyd's was maybe a little more, or I don't know how they were selling.
I think you
Were
had
they
to.
one at a time?
I think you had to get the 4-pack.
Right, so it's probably a little more because it's glass.
Yeah, I think it was a $20 4-pack. I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Floyd's might be thinking of that aluminum shortage. There's an aluminum shortage that's going to happen.
How many bottling lines do they have? Because they got the bombers, right? They got the medicine bottles.
What else comes in this size?
They do IPA. They do IPA runs in those sizes.
Oh,
They do one called the Cheer Team.
okay. And then they have 12-ounce cans.
Yeah, and they got 16-ounce cans.
They do.
They got Kazambi Dust is a 4-pack tall boys.
Okay.
All the bottling. How
All
many?
the lines, yeah.
How many bottling lines you got? A lot.
That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's good to have a glass offering to mix it up.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to look at, and then that bottle style never gets old.
Nice. All right, we should get out of here. Nick, where can people find you? Get in touch when we're not drinking stouts.
Right on, man. I'm on Twitter at Nicosio.
And I'm on Twitter at BRAD, Chicago Beer Pass, Instagram, Facebook, website, chicagobeerpass.com. All the episodes are up there. And we should be back next week with another episode. Take care.
Cheers.